That's fair.
So
Yeah, and it's from third party, so it's not biased. But yeah,
third party. What?
Jay. No.
Oh,
you're-
I thought you meant like
Completely biased is nonsense.
no splat books. We said D20 system only. What is it? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
third
no,
party
it's-
verification, which means that Jay doesn't have an investment into this character.
He's pro player. He's pro player. Of course, he's going to side with you.
I'm pro rules, and I'm thinking
Yeah.
that might be slightly in your favor, Jeff.
Let's hear him.
So it's each time a skinwalker assumes a bestial form, she can gain either 2 claw attacks that deal dark vision. That's a normal, but I'm assuming took werebore,
Yes.
which gets you gore and hooves. So you can either
Correct.
gain hooves or you can gain gore.
Yes.
As
Correct,
far
yes.
as those
So-
attacks are concerned,
Secondary.
if I give you hooves,
Yes.
then
So when he werebores up, he doesn't get a full form with bite, goring teeth, claws, and
No,
hooves. He's got a pick.
No,
the
that comes
bite,
from
the
Alchemist.
bite and claws comes from his feral mutagen.
Yes.
They're primary. I'm
Correct.
not seeing.
Yeah, he's
Who's the
mixing
secondary?
He's mixing a race ability with a class ability.
No, the
Okay, so
the
stacking.
difficulty is that I'm not sure that his.
Okay, so there's the hook. A
What do you mean by
a standard. Well, you can't do both at the same time. If you transform,
No, it
that's
takes
probably
a standard action to do both. Which,
right. So you've
I
been
did.
pausing for 2 rounds.
yeah, one action, drink potion. One action, do this. One action. Have
No.
number two.
You do not get 2 standard actions in a round. You get 2 move
I'm
actions.
not
in a
saying I
round.
get 2 standard actions. I mean, it takes a standard move and free.
It would
per
take
each
him
round.
It would take him 2 rounds to be able to attack
Correct.
with all of these things. As long as he's
Yeah.
not attacking between there, he can also
Right.
change
So,
shape.
but what we've been doing is like, I drink my potion, he does nothing for a round, and off he goes, and has the shifted ability. We need to hold him back for 2 rounds for him to have all those options. I don't
Yeah,
think we've been
drinking
holding
the
you off for
potion
2
just
full
gets
rounds.
Yeah, no, I have been.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Pathfinder First Edition Hell's Vengeance Adventure Path. Our podcast is called The Foul Parody. We have, not broken, but we had a little dig into a decent First Edition 1001 spells. A little bit broken there. Ryan did some research and found that taking a shifter and then having that shifter race that gets certain natural attacks, going into the vocation of alchemist, physicist, and making mutagens and brewing himself potions, mutagens, drinking them, and adding a bunch more attacks, even though it might take him 1, 2, 3 rounds to get into the action, this thing would make Jekyll and or Hyde probably, number 2 himself. He'd drop their own number 2 because he's just beastly. We are still in the back of the Church of Amode. We are still surrounding, badgering. We have blinded, stunned, and or, made her feel really bad about her life choices. Jay, did we figure out if we've got stunned for a round or 2 rounds?
The system itself rolled the d4 without telling us what the result is. Presumably, she's still blinded and stunned. She'll be stunned for an additional round past the blindness.
Okay. So, the effects occur on your turn. So when you blund and stined her, when you blinded and stunned her, she dropped her sword, dropped her shield, stood there with still decent breastplate, +6 ace armor, but dexterity sucks, +5. Sitting around a 15-ish armor class, but then this spell also makes her uneasy enough that another problem with the whole AC drops another 2. Now, if I could attack anybody. Being blinded renders everyone in front of me invisible. But we're not even going to get into that yet because I'll have Jay read out gloat, if you will, the official stun condition off of Nethys so we can all picture and feel bad about what we've done to this poor innocent cleric. Stun condition does exactly what? Because I am suffering it on my turn.
Or revel in
stunned
the
creature.
dastardliness.
Well, that's the idea, yeah.
A stunned creature drops everything held, can't take actions, takes a -2 penalty to AC, and loses its dexterity bonus to AC if it has any.
Okay. And this happens for a round?
This happens for a D4 rounds +1.
Oh, okay. Do you want to roll D4? Or shall I?
Theoretically, the D4 had been rolled in the system already, but I can
Oh,
roll
okay.
one myself.
No. If it's up on the board, it's up on the board. So I'm assuming it rolled a 1 + 1 and got 2 when you first cast it?
I think when I looked at it, it rolled a 2, but the system itself kind of just applied it,
Yeah,
so
it
I didn't actually get to
show
see it.
the value.
Oh, okay.
Also, I wasn't certain if it included the +1, because it's not +1 to all of it. It's blinded for 1d4 rounds, blind, and then stunned for 1d4 +1 round.
Okay. I'm not seeing any of those numbers listed. I see a save, DC 26. We let you use your villainy point to make me re-roll the save. She failed. And it just says she's blinded and stunned, blah, blah, blah. There has been no D whatevers rolled. You can roll them, but I want them in the tower. Because
Sure.
I think it's pretty cool if you guys just don't know how much time you have. So a D4 +1 for, was it blinded?
+1 for the stunned. The blinded is the straight D4.
Okay. So straight D4, this many rounds blinded. Okay. And now give me a +1 in your modifier and roll me another D4 in the tower.
It should be the same D4, just an extra round. Because it's blinded
I
and
see.
stunned for a D4, and then an extra stun for
I got you. So, all right, no, that makes sense. Okay. So these rounds, on your casting turn, we'll just use the second edition thing where every time it comes back to you, that's a round of your spell. Okay, so I'm in the middle of your round. It's my turn. You were saying, can't take any actions.
Nope.
Okay. Can't move, can't think straight. She's just literally wobbling on her feet. Eyes roll back at her head. All right. So, just to be clear, that is what happened at the end of round 6 last episode. And now we begin round 7 with Luca Tavel. I am stunned. I did not attack anybody this round, and I appear to be blinded.
Well, let's
What do
try
you
to
wanna
get you. Let's try to get you lying down again. Disorienting quake. That is a fail.
What did I get? Numbers. It's
let's-
podcast, man. See those
You
numbers.
got a 12.
Oh, well, you know what? Let's use the official dice, shan't we? That's dastardly. What's my DC?
So you are shaken, which I believe
Okay.
gives you a penalty to your skill checks, and you have to make a DC 20 acrobatics check or fall prone.
Okay. So
Yes, it's a -2 penalty on skill checks.
I was
Attack
just
rolls,
messing.
saving throws.
I was just messing with you. Like Fantasy Girls rolled me, dished me up a 12. Dished her. Why is it always me? It's not my fault. It's her. Got her 12. She fails. Rolling the Pathfinder dice, I got an 8 -2, 6 plus my acrobatic check with a -1 dexterity. Pretty sure it's fail, and she ends up being prone. So now I'm going to add the prone marker to our.
Luca's a bully.
He's polite
Did you
about
only
it.
just find out?
Such a bully.
I am a controller.
Luca Bitcoin. It's coming soon too. Sorry. So
The Luca Freedom Coin is coming soon.
the Freedom Coin. did you want to move, Luca? Cast a spell?
Yeah, sure. I'll back up into the corner here. Just two spaces back from the sword that
back,
may or may not swing at some point.
Fun thing about magic weapon is once I designate a target, it will continue to attack on its own. So I'm glad you reminded me about that, because last round it would have actually taken a swing at its last target. So I actually do owe Mr. Gory Pants natural 1. Ooh, it's my sword, my name, and my crit confirmation. So now I roll a d20. Whee! To confirm the fail. 16 plus 3, 19. Would that have hit you, Ryan? What's your AC?
My ACR is not high.
What is it?
Not high. You said 19, right?
Yeah. What do you got?
That's
13.
not
Okay.
what it is.
Okay. Wait, do you even confirm crit fails in this? I think you do. I know you confirm crit
Yes, you do.
hits. Do you? Okay, so not a crit fail. I miss my cards. You know that? I really miss Tron. You guys badgered me. Like, there has to be a boss fight. Has to be a natural 20, natural 1. We're never going to see these cards. Ever. Anyway. So, swing and a whiff. So we don't have to go back in time. Lucky us. Luca cast a spell. I am prone, which brings us to Professor Niles. Duck, here comes the sword. Don't worry, it missed you anyway. Cronin. What do you want to do?
Full attack.
Full attack. Okay.
Full attack.
Now, we found out recently that when you shift and drink and things, you have to choose gore or choose hooves, and you seem to favor the hooves. So we'll say that goring for you is off the table at the moment. Well, what do you want to do?
Bite, claw, hooves.
Okay, let's have it. Please.
Nomming of the 16 for hit.
That's it. Damage?
Damage 4. Blinded still?
Yeah. Doesn't do extra damage. It just gives you easy
Sneak
access
attack.
to hitting. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The stunned alone gives you that.
Yeah. Okay. Now, again, Ryan, you did more than 4 points. See the total next to the
sorry.
dice? 10,
10.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Another 5 is 15. Okay. So I'll put the 5 in to just keep pace. Done and done.
Yep.
Okay. And next,
First claw.
we all know who this ends, right? As long as he keeps hitting.
Hit.
if anyone wants any information on this chick, you better ask now, because
7 points of damage. Sneak attack.
plus
on
sneak
top of that.
attack.
Damn.
6. All right.
Hang on.
Second claw
Oh.
attack. What?
What was the first one? Bite?
It was bite then claw.
Okay. You had me at claw, but
All right.
go ahead. Nothing's ever stopped you.
No.
Nothing ever stopped her now.
Second claw. Oh, it says
Yep.
hit.
Hit with
Yep.
a 9. Ooh, she's messed up right now.
Not having a good day. 8 points of damage plus the sneak attack. Oh, I only rolled a 1. 1. All right.
Oh, maybe I don't have to drop her AC. No, Alex still missed. Okay, never mind. I see the negative. It said def effects -6 and it hit. So I was like, oh, maybe Fantasy Grounds decided
Because
to do the math on
she's
its own.
prone now, too, right?
Oh, right. He gets pluses to hit her.
Right.
Kick her when you're down. Fine. Move her when you're down.
Speaking of kicking, here's my hooves.
Okay.
Both
Yeah.
hits. Both hits.
Oh,
Both
God.
hits.
Lordy,
There's
help
4, which is 8. Plus the sneak attack, plus the 3, so it's 11. And then the other hoof attack, gotta roll that out. That's a total of. Wait, no. Shush. I'm not. 7, and then a sneak attack. And then a 4.
For another 11.
Shush. I'm not done ravaging the poor.
The irony with the whole, like, he could choose to stop.
Nah.
He won't.
Okay.
He could, but he won't.
Just let
Did
him
you-
tire himself out.
Did you
Even
ever see
though-
how they made? Do you remember how they made wine back in the old days with grapes in the barrel?
Stomping grapes.
Backed in a corner, stunned, helpless, blinded, shoulder to shoulder with Simmery. Simmery, you have fought on the battlefield with this guy before, but you always had your own opponent. And they've always been a monster or a tough person, okay? A woman, single, clean, upright woman, gets obliterated, okay?
She's totally
With-
prone, dude. Not upright at all.
with 40 hit points, has suffered 64 points of damage at this time. That's double negative con practically. Okay, he shreds her, rips her. It's a horror show right in front of you. Can I have a fortitude save from you so that you don't cast color spray on your own?
The bloody miss.
12.
Blah. You're fine. Like I said, just getting numb to it.
It's just the eyes are glazed over. and
I'm so
blood
bored.
splattering, and she's just like,
It was avoidable.
You're like 22, but
go
you're still the angsty
home.
teen, whatever.
have a bath.
Oh,
Forget.
yeah. So nasty.
More hot baths.
And so ends the current religion of Emode. And well, Aiden's still kicking around, so there's anti-Emode, right? Then there's their flock. No, wait a minute. We waste about 6 of them out in the hallway. So, oh, there's still... Jeez.
I'm just trying to figure out how to dispel the sword. And then all I hear is splack, splick, splook, splick, splook, spook, and I see the spray through the doorway covering Simmery, and the sword just dissipates. And I'm like, ooh. How are we going to spin this one?
I'm going to spin this.
It's like, yeah, it would have been convenient to be able to put on another trial. The people we
Hey.
kept reasonably alive out front, just use them as witnesses.
Right, there's a bit of juice left in this little corner here, guys. Squish, 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 squish.
He's still going.
It's nighttime, and all goes quiet. And through the stained glass windows, we hear the night crickets and everything outside. What do you guys want to do now? Completely unaware, besides something randomly hitting a window outside, which we probably forgot about. So don't worry about Arg. I'm sure he's fine. Yeah. You guys want to do with the body? Okay, what do you want to do with all this wine? Maybe I should put it that way.
Fertilizer.
Ooh, it smells like an exquisite vintage.
Well, if enough time has passed, you're dealing with Niles again.
Would you drink from the bottle, or would you drink from the bottle, Nico, if the professor smashed the bottle on the floor and stomped all over it, and now it tastes like feet and hooves?
I would not.
That's what I thought.
Put it back in the bottle. You drink it.
But he's scooping it up. Huh? He's got the arm. He pumps the elbow. Squirts out a little bit. Still good, huh? No? Can I tempt you any? No? Anyone? Another rainbow fortitude save for Sibri, our only closest to normal person here. Anyway, what do you guys want to do now? Hey, we stopped an undead from rising and doing our workforce because it probably would have wiped out everybody in here.
Yeah, we heard a ruckus in the church and arrived to find all of the clergy and the high priestess murdered by the zombie son of the high priestess. Something weird going on here.
She actually raised a ghoul, I think. Like, it wasn't just some zombie, it was a bad mishap.
And it was an
Over here.
intense fight to bring it
Very-
back down.
I mean,
What do you mean? It was
theoretically, very clearly doesn't look like he used to. So it might be easy enough to show off the ghoulified son as a look. This is the monster that they rose in the church.
Intensely messy. One round of a broken cantrip and, oh, look, Professor, it's moving. Do something about that. And off he goes. Spring, spring, spring. Yeah. Anyway,
Well, you
you
got
guys-
like what
you guys-
a minute or so left of your mutantness.
I imagine this is like 10 minutes later, and we're back to dealing with Niles, not Cronin.
It only lasts for 2 minutes, so
Yeah.
2 minutes? I
yeah,
thought it was
we're-
10 minutes.
No, it's
It's
2
a
minutes.
minute
It's
a level.
a minute per level.
Oh, I thought earlier you said 10. So I was
20
like, oh,
rounds.
you're okay.
like
Still
10
minute-
rounds per level.
Yeah, no, that
Right.
still
20
could
rounds,
happen.
yeah.
We got to 7 though. Yeah,
That's
that could
true.
happen.
That's true. We have had
Yeah.
a couple like 24 round combats in our tenure as the
No,
Rollmongers.
I don't think Ryan's gonna like suddenly run out of juice in the middle. Oh my god, we got to round 25. You're not pulling your weight anymore. I'm hoofing as fast as I can. I don't think that's gonna be a scenario.
All
He's
right,
river dancing.
do you want me to do more? I'll do more.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm doing everything I
Fine.
can. I'm as broken as the GM would allow. What do you want from me? Okay.
All right, I'm gonna speed run this, guys.
Yeah. I'm just going to give Davis his own campaign adjacent to yours because obviously you don't need him in the party.
So I'd say
And
we take the time, we flip every book, we sniff every rock, and do a
Yeah.
thorough search of the church.
Yeah.
All the evidence we can find.
Hey.
We'll search this place, Niles. You have to clean this up. What? Actually, look at all the parts you got, dude. Look at all the specimens. Well, those are there's a couple roasted outside, but you know,
Look at all the pulp.
yeah.
oh
Amongst
my,
the,
let me take a few samples of. I'm sure holiness is in here somewhere.
sorry, not a ghoul, a ghast.
Oh,
Can I have a
that's
religion?
worse than
So-
a ghoul.
Yeah, these guys can paralyze even elves. Can I have some religion checks to back up that DM slip, please?
Sure.
Not for
So we
me.
go back.
18.
Oh, there you go. And I'm glad you saw it before it was before it met the professor. You
Mhm.
saw it get up, stand its ground, and then just foolishly stand its ground against the professor. And yeah, it
I
was a
think I
ghast.
made a check like while it was up too. So
Yes.
Yeah.
So the big question is, how can a good priestess cast an evil spell? It's against her Amithra and Dogma and all.
I believe
Must
the
be
term
some-
is Shia.
can I go back
Shiafel.
and check to see if there's anything left on that platform?
Yep.
That she was at before.
You find a dilapidated, falling apart, what is left remnants of what you believe is a magical scroll.
Okay. Can I do like detect magic, see if there's any like remnant kind of specific energies in the air around it?
Sure.
So I will cast detect magic and I will give you some spellcrafts.
I will also chuck a couple spellcrafts in for the identification purposes of the scroll.
Once the scroll is burnt up, we're kind of going on guesses, remnants, and smell of sulfur, blah, 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 right? You guys accused her of necromancy, but technically that's not a case. What happened, she cast a divine healing spell of resurrection and miscast the scroll. So the magic itself, there might be a trace of wild magic or warped magic or failed magic, that kind of thing.
Failed conjuration.
Yeah, like something like that, as opposed to like, oh, it's straight up necromancy. Check out the black candles and all the stuff kicking around that led into that school of magic. She was trying to do something else, but something went horribly, horribly wrong. And I'm not being kind. You guys rolled very high in the tower, both. It's like, oh, damn. Obviously, Watson. Yes, Watson. Nope, two Holmes here. Holmes telling Holmes how it all went down. As I had implied, you guys want to role play to the rest of the party, go ahead. I am going around the rooms and digging up and dumping into your party sheet all the neat stuff you find.
Sick. Lick every pew.
Well, we might be able to just outright lie to the public, but I don't think this particular scroll, the magic around it, would be very helpful.
I agree. I do like the idea of framing was aghast the guest for this carnage.
Hmm.
And then we just come across as looking as the heroes who once again have saved the town.
That's awesome. You have a Gygax moment, right? We could frame the picks up his dice, rolls the guest for success. I am pleased to meet you. I just see the pause was just suddenly I saw you rolling little dice.
That's what I was doing. It was a recall knowledge check, but IRL.
Yeah. What's the? Huh?
It is a believable enough story, especially considering this is the corpse of her son.
Hmm.
I can make them equal if necessary.
No, do not do this.
Of the scrolls that we found, would any of them have information, or are they all magical scrolls?
Okay, so starting off, I was specifically talking about our little scene out here in the pew, trying to figure out, oh, look, we found a scroll. It went sideways, blah, 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 right? Now, Matt said you guys want to take time, whether it was before this incident and role play or after, it's okay. No one else is coming to church in the middle of the night. Not to worry.
Not anymore.
Yeah, Niles is on the pipe organ playing Antiquated Study. Dun, 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 dun. Does anyone have detect magic?
Me, I do.
Yes.
Make the pile, dump, compare glow, pull out the black light.
Double over it.
There you go. An antique candlestick. A magical bag. 3 sets of bandages, clerical vestments, an elixir, a light crossbow, a potion.
Wait, did we just empty out the church? Did we just get ourselves a new headquarters?
Yep.
Sick.
Now, Simri found, even though it's in the office, Alex actually scooped a bit of treasure. She scooped a potion and some scrolls. So even though it's on the party sheet, there's stuff that's specifically going to be in her care. So she hasn't ID'd them yet. And then the cleric herself. Cleric herself. Encounter. There we go. Hi, priestess.
There's nothing left.
Squished all the armor. Oh no.
Oh, to be fair, technically, at the moment, I don't have detect magic memorized, so that'll be a later thing.
I totally do.
It's funny because, Doug would love this. If she gets below 10 hit points, she would attempt to flee to the rendezvous till Fort Enzo, and it's like you guys got to follow her to some hideout or something. But it's like you let Professor in the room, and that ain't happening.
She could have run earlier. We gave her the chance.
Yeah, but she wasn't below 10 hit points. That all happened at once.
She has a masterwork longsword, a heavy steel shield, breastplate, a sling with 10 bullets, a pearl, a silver holy symbol of Imode, spell component pouch, about 40 gold, a key to the wardrobe in area H4, where we find a bunch of the other treasure.
I will take the holy symbol and stash it somewhere to use it to prank Rom down the road.
Can you put that on your character? Because for some reason, I've got a list of stuff for the rooms, but I'm having trouble sort of fantasy ground up her personal list of stuff.
Sure. Just add it manually, you're saying?
Yeah, because I'm not seeing the.
Otherwise, lots
Excuse
to sell.
Oh, so right. Getting back to spellcrafts, you guys want to dump a bunch in the tower to add to what you got here because you got more stuff than rolls. They all detect magic. Unless you guys actually have an identify spell, that would speed things along.
Detect magic stuff from me will have to be after we take everything back.
I can
and I go to
I
bed.
can do the detecting of the magic, but I might have trouble identifying things because I'm not exactly
Okay.
scholastic. So if you've got skills that can aid me in that, all I've really got is spellcraft.
Religion. Well, spellcraft is what you don't use knowledge arcana in this system. It's actually the spellcraft check to ID items. So just give me a bunch of spellcraft checks. That's what you use to ID items in this system. Yeah.
Sick.
Same with you, Luca.
Into the tower they go. How many do you want?
Hey, guy, both mine will give me a bunch.
All right. One bunch of spellcraft checks.
Does anybody
Rolled.
have appraisal? Me? Yeah, give me some appraisal too. Okay, so what are we looking at here? The antique candlestick is, well, it's an antique. You guys, it's 400 on the open market, so you guys could get 200 gold easy for this thing. Okay. A type 1 bag of holding, which was already
nice.
in the party gear. So I don't know if we bought that last game or if you guys just found it kicking around recently because it was already in the party treasure. So, or it just came out of the back room.
I think
Type
we
1
did
bag of
purchase a bag of holding, didn't we?
I know you did one in Outlaws, but
Oh yeah, you know
Either-
what? That's right. That was
yeah,
the game we were
okay.
talking about it for. You're right.
um,
So sick. We found a magic bag.
yeah. 3 wondrous items that you wrap around your chest, 200 gold each. Bandages of rapid recovery. Linen badges have the same colored softness as the feathers of a dove, but their antiseptic smell suggests a less natural origin. Creature wrapped in these bandages recover from wounds and ability damage. Ability damage, like ability drain, guys.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
keeping these.
Each day, as if you had received complete bed rest, regardless of activity. So as long as you wrap yourself up in these like a mummy, then go out and play, you get bed rest as far as your ability healing. Plus 4 to
that's
this, effective dice,
cool.
hit points you recover, like it just goes on. And there's 3 sets.
Are they
so-
permanent?
No, they're like a one-off. So
Or they're
basically,
consumable, right?
I think so. Hang on. Wondrous item.
Because I mean, new wardrobe change. Look at me. I just heal all the time. Bandages of the Wolverine. Yeah, they got to be a consumable.
Oh, okay. Bandages are destroyed once you remove them, or the wearer gets back all his hit points and ability damage, whichever comes first. So when you're all healed up, they're done.
Wrap yourself up and just every once in a while stab yourself with a needle for 1 hit point.
That wouldn't work because basically at the time of wrapping, that's the calculated damage.
Yeah,
Anything you take
yeah.
on top of that is, you know.
No, I know. God,
Look at all this damage I took, but the bandages got shredded and said damage because they wrap around your chest. 6 clerical vestments. Is that weight I'm looking at? No? 6 clerical vestments. These ceremonial cloths are worn when performing priestly functions at church temple. Aren't well suited to adventuring. Vestments typically include cassock, stole, but they're 5 gold piece a set. So like you get the full on, white and gold pope kind of thing going, or
Yep.
bishop thing going. Yeah. Total vestments for Emote.
We raid her closet.
That's another good prank for you know who.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that as well.
For our next court case, 1 elixir of truth.
Ooh, I like it.
10 minutes. Will DC 13 negates. That's not hard to beat. So I would suggest you feed that to a civilian
Yeah,
that saw something as opposed to like
commoner
somebody.
talkie juice.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the random guys out front, if any of them survived.
You see, middle of the night, you guys see Luca wasting it on one of the little urchins because he's holding out information. Talk, yellow bugger. I know you.
Oh,
It
you
was
get
2
so much
coppers a
better out
square,
of
master.
sugar than
Yeah. Sugar. No, we're smart. We learned how to make our own. Simmery. You managed to score
Yes.
a potion and some scrolls. You want to have the guys look them over?
Sure.
Potion of Cure Moderate Wounds. That's a 3d8 heal, if I'm not mistaken. And 3 scrolls of Protection from Evil, just in case you don't like your other friends. And you don't. Hey, I'm just saying, evil characters can use this against other evil. You know, there's nasty evil. You cast this spell or use this scroll, right? So there's use magical
I
device
hate my
schools.
evil friends.
Hit my other side. Protection from Evil is a very simple spell. Gives you some base stuff, but something like a summon creature, like that wolf, Nico, you could have cast a scroll, just stood there, and the wolf couldn't touch it because it's a summoned creature. But it says evil, so
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
if
got to
I don't know
have
if
the
it's
evil tag.
or yeah, but usually part of the protection from evil thing is like all outsiders that are summoned. I have to look up the spell again, but if you guys look up the spell protection from evil, I think there's a blanket
wrong.
that way genies and
Oh,
stuff, you can't touch
it
it.
has to either have the alignment or from the like evil subtype. And specifically, it's rather challenging to summon an animal or anything like that that is specifically evil. You need to have like very specific like summoning spells for that, or be of
Well,
certain alignments.
She cast a celestial wolf spell. There's the fiendish, is what I was thinking. Anyway.
Yep.
And then there's the gear, that's on her. So, did you guys want to open up the party sheet? And whilst I dig up her gear, you guys can grab these, talk about who gets what, and state it for the audience so everybody knows who's carrying some interesting stat.
Who gets the bag of holding? Because they're going to carry everything else except for maybe the potion and the scrolls.
Do I have enough strength to
Unless
carry
the
a bag of holding?
content.
I do.
Oh, you do?
I'm carrying about 9 pounds worth of stuff at the moment, and I can get up to 26.
On the cleric herself, you guys find, again, your spellcraft rolls. Besides, I think there's like one of you guys rolled a 9. Otherwise, they're like high rolls. Potion of Aid, a Pearl of Power.
Pearl of Power.
That allows you an extra memorized spell slot. Probably won't help the spontaneous oracle.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Gonna
Sure,
get yourself a pearl earring there, Luca.
Potentially.
What? Did you say something about the pearl necklace?
No. No one said that.
What? Pearl of Power, first level spell.
Sweet. That's actually a big come up.
That is very big.
Extra. Yep. So is this stuff appearing in you guys seeing the stuff?
See Pearl of Power? Yep, I see it.
Okay. So if Luca, see how they have the blue piezo golem on the left side of the description, right? If you grab that and drag it to your inventory, it should take it from the sheet. You guys should be able to, pull said things that.
Potion of Aid.
Breastplate. I don't know if anybody wants to armor up. It's considered medium armor or light armor. Maybe medium, I think.
Otherwise, I can be put in the bag of holding, and I can just take that for later. Which I'm also taking the bag of holding, unless anyone else wants it.
What's your max weight limit, sir?
Who wants to be our pack mule?
26.
Well, that's good. So you need to be able to carry 15. I don't even know if I can do that. I am withered.
Okay. The weight of a bag of holding is 15 pounds.
Mhm.
Full, I would guess.
I think it's just always 15.
It carries 250 pounds worth of stuff and 30 cubic feet of crap, but it weighs 15 pounds. Well, you were talking about like anything heavy. right? It's not a 2-pound bag; it's a 15-pound bag. That actually might weigh you down, Lucas. So I don't know if you want to be the pack mule or not. Might change your mind. I don't know.
I can just put some things in it and even out the weight. It'll be fine.
Yep. Oh, I also have a potion of Cure Light Wounds that I picked up a long time ago, and I can't actually use it, but I was kind of holding it in case I needed to use it on someone. And if we level up here, which I think we are going to be doing soon, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, GM.
I'll let you know.
I don't need it at all because I've decided that my next level is going to go into making me a much more supportive oracle, because that's what we're kind of not so hot
I
on.
care about what you think and your feelings too. Much more supportive. And that's why I have rocket boots, so I'll never be prone again.
But yeah, we'll chuck the clerical vestments in the bag. Does anybody want to wear the breastplate? I don't think we are of the breastplatey wearing type.
I put a potion of Cure Light Wounds for you, Matt, on the party sheet, so just delete
take
yours.
it off mine. Okay.
Yep. Give yourself a generic empty slot and write in silver holy symbol of Imode.
I did that already. What's the weight?
It's less than a pound. It's negligible, but they're worth. Is it silver's worth it's worth 10 gold or something, or 15? It has a certain value, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just going to use it to mess with Rom.
Okay. 40 actual gold pieces I'm putting in the actual party sheet. Cash that she had. Okay. Spell component pouch for divine spells. If you want, you might be able to get something out of that, Nico. Just a way of saying, oh, look, because we don't really track components, going, look, components, maybe some of this is shit I can use because of your divine caster, just take them,
Okay.
As opposed to somebody arguing, oh, where do you get the silver dust from? Well, low level caster. I'm sure there's some crossover basic, elemental components you can get out of this. So we'll say she freshens your pouch a bit.
I just turn it inside out and it goes from being divinely good to divinely evil. So that's the secret.
Turns the pouch inside out.
Yep.
Well, usually she won't have blessed salt and stuff. It'll be salt, iron, components, right? That they pull out and go, Amode, bless this crap to help me do the thing. Boof, right? It's generic stuff. So, unless there's something very specific ooh, holy wolfsbane, check this out, Niles. Where are you going, Niles? Don't run, Niles, that kind of thing. Then you don't have to worry. Okay, so, like I said, there's a sling, opponent pouch. Heavy steel shield. Everything's sellable.
Just chuck it all in the bag, man.
Who wants to buy a shield of Amode? Keep you safe. Well, it didn't keep her safe, but it might keep you safe. Only 400 gold. What? Can you imagine? Where'd you get it? Isn't that what? No. That's so funny. Put it in there. Okay. So what I suggest you do. So do you guys decide that Luca's carrying the bag?
Yeah.
Okay. Luca, take the items that go in the bag and just have them unequipped like they're lying on the ground. Unless it allows you to place it within said bag of holding, like a subcategory. It
does not allow me to put them in the bag of holding, which is what I'm doing.
So if you do that. Okay.
So just everything else that's in here goes in there?
Might as well give the potion of Cure Light Wounds to somebody who could make use of it, and the potion of Cure Moderate. Keep it out and have them handy on people. I think is a good idea.
Simmery might want it dibs on the antique candlestick that she can sell for giving up all those potions to you guys. I don't know.
I mean, when we go to sell things, they'll just hand all of the things we're going to sell over. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Bandages of rapid recovery. That should be carried maybe on each of you. One person has all those. That might be a waste if the body is incinerated or something. You know what I'm saying? If you pull one off of there, it should go down to 2. I don't think it'll give you all 3.
All right, I'll take one of the bandages of rapid recovery.
Yeah. I'll let you guys dig into that for a minute.
Yep, it did it. Automatically did it.
Okay. What's our next move? So you guys looted the bodies. You guys spent, couple hours in here. You can literally rest in here. Is anyone made uncomfortable by holy ground, with the exception maybe of Nico, who?
I think anybody who has an evil alignment, there is potential for that.
Yeah.
Well,
So I don't want to stay here, but I think somebody should go back to. Is it Riz Largo? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
Our like
Fly guy
benefactor.
handler.
patron.
Yeah. Our
Your patron is Baron Fex.
Baron Fex. Yeah.
Rizlargo is your handler, your contact or whatever, right?
So one or two of us should go for a tour out to report what just went down.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, Simri is very done with everything that's happened today, and I wasn't kidding that she wants a bath. So she's gonna go hang out with Granny and get lit.
Not a fan of the splatter zone.
No, she needs like
So you'd
detox
rather
time.
You need to hang out in the haunted bathroom, and you remember it's haunted up there. You're gonna hang out with the ghost. Float me that sponge, won't you, Granny? There you go. Yeah.
Scratch my back or scrub my back.
Better company than you. Okay.
I need some calming tea and a hot bath, and I'm just gonna dip.
Simri disappears into the night and heads off to the Ash Tea House, which is our base. You guys, Nico, if you don't want to be here,
I'll head back to the
sheriff's office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lick my wounds.
Is there any sort of state that we want to leave this place in? Like, do you guys just want to leave all the bodies and leave a bloody massacre and let them figure shit out? That's what happens, or is it time to paint the fence, Niles? Just line them all up. What do we do? Last time you guys were hanging everybody on the front gate as a message. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish bodies kicking around in here.
Well, let me send a message at this time there, folks.
So Iomedes' holy symbol is a steel spike, right?
No, it's it's like sword with wings around it, isn't it?
Oh. Because it would be cool to like put them all up along the fence with steel spikes in them to really
it's a spike
send
fence,
that message.
That's
sorry.
Healing. I understand.
Reminiscing about the tales my great cousin Vlad told me about his exploits.
Yeah, I know. It's like we should have had a backlash of memories flood into Nico's mind when Niall started spiking people out front, Uncle Vlad style. But skip that part. Okay.
Nico approves.
I'm just saying, you guys leave or stay tomorrow. No one comes in here. Maybe they do. But like when the first couple dudes roll in here wondering where the priests are, what are they going to find? The way you left it? Clean as a whistle?
I believe a quarantining should be necessary.
Yeah.
I believe
that's what I was actually doing. Going back to the sheriff's office to get a lock to lock the gate and to write a writ of closed until further notice due to...
I know somebody. My wife's been playing crime scene cleaner. Look at this mess. Look at this. Look what they've done. Look at there's so many bodies in this church. You want to help them out? She's been playing. She's been playing crime scene. Sorry,
yeah, definitely not. Describe to her Ryan's murder of the high priestess.
Nope. Yeah. Sorry. It's a game that she's been playing, and she got me play called Crime Scene Cleaner. And you're this ne'er-do-well that unfortunately, reluctantly gets roped into this underworld of, cleaning up crime scenes before the cops come. It's always middle of the night, and the stuff that you encounter it's a very interesting story. Anyway, so I showed her your crime scene, but apparently the scene's too hot, so she's not going for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else we need to know before you guys rest for the night? And Nico goes out, wakes up fully.
Went back, prepared a writ, got something to lock the gates of the temple grounds, and put an announcement on saying, closed due to
criminal scene.
Building condemned by the void.
By
active crime investigation.
Yeah.
Taxes. What?
Closed by order of the Archduke due to unscrupulous necromantic behavior.
Untariffed necromantic behavior.
Untariffed.
And hey, head on down to the pawn shop for any vestments on sale that we've sold, right?
Oh, I'm keeping at least a few of them. This prank on Rom is going to be epic.
I was gonna say, how many of them are you keeping, and do you want me to put them in the bag of holding?
Yeah, just throw them all in the bag of holding. Just for now. I can't really carry all that much. I'm
Everyone
like
has claimed everything.
on
out
the
of their
verge
wallet.
of encumbrance. Just